Hey guys, we've had a long weekend. We had something come up. It was late Saturday night. We got a phone call from a management company that one of the units was smelling gas, and so we went over there Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, and it was me and Vinny. We found the gas leak, but there wasn't much we could do with it. We did kind of foresee that the gas was probably going to be off, so me and Vinny brought a couple electric heaters to loan the person in case he didn't have any. So on Saturday night, we shut the gas off to this one unit and set her up with some heaters because it's been really cold. Nothing cold like what it is elsewhere, but you know, for us, this is what we're used to, so it's cold. Then Sunday morning, Vinny started early, went and got some materials, ran some flex line for gas to isolate the one bad pipe, and we worked on it all day, or he did all day Sunday. I wasn't feeling so good. I don't know if it was because I was exhausted, or I don't know what it was. Anyway, Vinny was able to isolate the one gas line and run some flex and correct it. Then if you noticed yesterday, it was just Vinny. That's because Alicia and I was at the unit fixing the drywall so we could hang her kitchen cabinet back up. So Alicia and I spent some of Sunday, because I wasn't feeling good Sunday. He did the flex line, and right around, and Alicia went with him to help him, and then they started getting the drywall all back up and just, you know, putting it up and taping it. No plaster. And then Alicia went over there first thing Monday morning and finished it off. I went and helped her, and we're going back there now today to close it all up and, you know, put the cabinet back up and a few other little things while we're there. So anyway, we're headed over there right now. Vinny will probably most likely be there before me. Alicia has, I believe, just a little bit more work to do, touch up some paint in a couple spots, but management company wanted it done from A to Z because she's got a couple kids, real small, and she was kind of complaining about the walls being open and this and that, so my drywall guy wasn't available that fast. He's always 4 to 5 days behind, which is never really a problem usually. Anyway, Alicia, I keep telling her she don't have to drywall no more, but when emergencies come up, we have to do what we have to do. And she knows that. So, anyway, we'll see you at the job. Alright guys, Vinny's here. This is where the cabinet, he had to remove the cabinet, and this is where Alicia patched here. Hey Vinny, do you have a picture of what you did in that wall, that one wall going up to the kitchen? Should we go in the shade? I can't see shit. Alright guys, this is the kitchen. This is where he pulled the cabinet and ran that line in there, and then show him where you caught on the flex line, and then right here is outside where Vinny, that was actually Vinny's patch. Alicia's, I hate to say it, would have been a little bit more perfect, but he did a good job when you look at it. But anyway, that's where he caught on and then brought the pipe up. Let's see the other picture again. Yeah, right there. There it is, right there, the flex line. And then in the attic, you were able to go on to the hard pipe, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so now we're going to put it all back together, guys. Let me see that again. I want to see where the line is because we're going to hang the cabinet, and we got to make sure that I kind of wanted to see where it was so I don't hit the... Okay, so I want to stay away from that area right there. You got a lot done for a Sunday. And you and your mom got it all drywalled for Monday. Oh, good job, Al.
Hey.
She keeps saying she's not drywalling no more, but just when she's out, we suck her right back in. All right, guys, we're going to get to work. All right, so we're going to get this. What we're going to do is I got to make sure I don't hit this gas line. So you can see the 2 screws here. These 2 screws go there. So if I line these 2 guys up here, I'll be right back in the same spot along with the holes that are right up here too there. So I won't even come close to that gas line if I stay on that same footprint. I wasn't being hard on Benny on this patch, but right here he's learning. But see, with Alicia, she would have had all that feathered right here, and that's what we're trying to teach him. This would have all been feathered out more. Here, this is, if you remember, Alicia did all this stucco back here behind these pipes here one time about 2 or 3 years ago. It's on the video, but I think his mom is going to feather it out a little bit before we go today, and then put a little touch-up paint on it. That way we don't leave it like that, and he'll get to learn. I would like you to get some stucco patch and just feather in the edges out there, just to teach him a little bit more. You know what I mean? To how to make it disappear. Okay, Benny's gonna run the screws up about an inch. That way Alicia can line them up, and we'll go from there. Okay, Benny's gonna get a towel for the countertop, and we're going to put the screws up about an inch. That way she can see them and line up the holes up there. And then once we get them, you know, push it about a ½ inch before it hits the wood, and then she'll just suck those right up with the impact.
You look at it when in England, both sides.
Yeah, that's the way they had them. We got to stay. This is just gonna go. This is gonna go right into whatever they had. You know what I mean?
Also had some holes in the backside over here.
Yeah, I know. I saw them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of them. Okay, so we're just gonna lift her up, guys, and she's gonna try to line up those holes right there. Okay, guys, we got it up. It's all up nice and tight. We're good to go right the way it was. All right. Okay, guys, we're gonna add 2 more screws. Yeah, these are the 4 original, but I feel better if I put 2 of my own in there as well. So here. So I'm just gonna use a countersink here, guys. Right here. I know I've got wood right there, so I'm just gonna countersink it about right.
That's perfect. That's
Here. And then I'll come over to this side. On the second dot, see, I'm using these dots to line myself up so they're nice. And then I'll come right here, way over here. Alright, so now we'll take the bottom of the washer. I'm only going 2.5, guys. 2.5 inch screws. I'll feel better knowing I got 2 new ones in there. That's nice and solid.
that sounds more like it.
And then one more over here, guys. That's it, guys. Two new ones. Alright, enough. Let's put the lids on it.
Let's
Be
get
done
the
with
third
it.
shell first. Right here, left.
Yeah, now she's gonna get the lids on it, guys. See here, guys, it clicks on. You just push these here and they click right into the hole. That's how you take them on and off easily without messing with the screws.
And here goes number 2.
You good?
Gonna hold it or you good?
Maybe you can come in front of me.
Okay. There you go.
I think you push in
Yes,
and
sir.
push.
Now I want to That's a whole this one.
I haven't heard that one click yet. There you go. That's one.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's
Don't
nice.
trust it though.
Like that?
Uh-huh. It's good.
Yeah.
Let me
Very
try it.
nice. Very nice.
Okay, I feel good about that.
And then
Yeah.
tune it.
Yeah. So, Allie, can you tune it up a little bit?
Okay.
Bring this corner up, because see the gap is here.
Yeah.
So if you bring this corner up, it'll close the gap and open the gap up there. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay guys, these things have adjustment screws, and see how it's getting better? She's taking this one, she brought this one up as much as it would, now she's bringing that one in as much as she can. And that'll give some adjustment. See, it's almost there. So I would leave the bottom one alone because it's maxed out. Let me see. What I would do now is bring this one here is almost flush. If you could, see if you can get this one out a little bit more that way, because you got enough, and then we can line that one up after. See if you can get that one to kick out more. Let's see. Okay, so now if you could bring this one down, this corner right here. Allie, look at my hand.
And this one?
Bring this one down. Then that'll bring it with that one easy. No, I think you got to do the top. All right, here, I'm going to help her out a little bit, guys, until we get this going here. All right, guys, we got that almost perfect. Look at that. Almost perfect. Okay, guys, Alicia got the adjustment on the top as well. So now look at that line. That line is 100% perfect. So I better get a picture of this for the all right, guys. Now we're gonna move on and replace all the broken blinds throughout the place, and then we got a little plumbing leak to deal with here. Okay, guys. Alicia's going around with these blinds. I don't know if you guys remember, but on my video, they left these behind on a job, and I told Vinny, keep them. I'll sell them. One day I'll need them, and here's that one day. So Alicia's going around to all the blinds and replacing all the cracked ones and all the ones that are bad with these that I got off a job in Santa Ana. Now, Vinny's got this all done. Everything's lined up perfectly. Now we're going to look at a drain leak in the bathroom. Okay, she says that there is a leak in here. And you can see it right here, guys, on the wall, right there. So, this is not going to be fun because of this pedestal. We'll just see what we can do with it. I think what we'll do is get a screwdriver and open up the drywall a little bit around it. Not so much that it can't be covered with a flange. Just get like a beater screwdriver.
Scrape it.
Yeah,
Scrape
and
the
then
pipe,
see if
what's around it.
yeah, and then we can always put some caulking in there and then put a flange on top.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Okay. All right, guys, he's got it all opened up, and we're gonna try to figure out where that water. It might be right on the threads. Look at it. Looks like it's leaking on the threads, not so much the pipe. Okay, we're gonna get into that a little bit more, guys. Okay, what we're gonna do is we can't duplicate the leak. It might be an old leak because they did have somebody put a new nut here, and it might have been the old one was rolling down and like that. So they want me to be sure before I take out the pedestal, because if I do this job, guys, I'm gonna replace that whole nipple inside the wall, and that means me removing this pedestal. So they want me to be sure. So we're gonna clean up the rust and close it up, and then she's going to keep an eye on it, and if it comes back, then we're going to come here. I've got permission to remove the pedestal and do what I got to do to make that stop. But they want to make sure it's not from, they had their handyman come and change this nut. It was rusted off almost, and they're thinking it was just rolling back and down. So we're going to oblige them, clean it up, and make it look pretty, and then see if it comes back. Let me get a picture of that. So, okay, Vinny's going to go ahead and use magic eraser with some simple green. And if we can't get it off that way, then we'll put some Kills primer on it, seal it up, and then put some paint over it. See what he can do. We'll check with him in a few. Hey Oliver, this is what your plumber repaired. Was that, point at that retainer nut, Vinny? Right there. That's what he replaced. He should have done the whole nipple going in the wall, but he didn't. So we're just hoping that maybe that was an existing leak. So we're cleaning all the rust off of it. And I'll send you a picture of how it looked before we started. We opened up the wall just a little bit to see if we could see in there and see if anything was leaking, but it's not. So, but she said this occurred after he did his work. So, just so you know. So we're going to test it. We're filling it up. We keep filling it up and plunging it down like this and checking it for leaks. So we don't feel right just doing it with no leaks. So she's going to keep an eye on it. But we're going to patch the wall and make it look nice for her. And if it comes back, then we've got your permission to remove the pedestal sink. And then we'll put that whole new galvanized pipe in. Okay guys, she's stating that when she turns this microwave on with something else, it blows the breaker. So she's going to turn it on and
then I plugged this in, so.
She's going to plug that in over there. And then we'll see if it trips here. And then it's probably just a weak breaker, guys.
So but even if I don't, even if if I have the microwave and that on, everything goes.
And it just started doing that, right?
No, it's been doing that like forever, but we just always dealt with it, and it's gotten worse though.
Okay.
Now it's like annoying if I'm trying to cook dinner, if I'm like using the air fryer or something, or using the toaster, and then I go to pop something in the microwave, and then everything goes out.
Okay, we're gonna run this real quick, guys, and try to duplicate it. I'll let you know. Okay, guys, the breaker did trip. It's this one right here. It's a 20 amp push-o-matic. I've got some of those on the truck, so we're gonna get that changed out. Okay, guys, Vinny's got it all cleaned up like brand new. Looks really good. If the leak comes back, we've got permission to come here and remove the pedestal and do what we got to do back there and get it done the right way. Their handyman came out and just changed that ring, but then it started leaking after he did that. So I'm thinking it probably sealed up a little bit, and then he did tighten up that packing nut a little bit. I mean, packing nut, waistline nut right here. Tightened it up and had a little bit to play in it. So hopefully that helped, and then we ran it several times to make sure there was nothing leaking. So see what happens. To be continued. We're going to go work on that breaker right now. Okay guys, what we're going to do is we're going to take out that 20 amp breaker right there and put a new one and see if that alleviates her problem. Plus we're going to turn on everything that she normally turns on and get an amperage reading off of there as well, because it's so easy to pull another circuit. We've got plenty of room. We could take a circuit, run it up into the attic, you know, on the inside of the wall, and then run it over to our microwave and drop it down, and that would resolve that issue. If you notice, we have a video that we did that. It was I think it was titled "Microwave Needs New Circuit" or something, but we have a video in there if you want to know how we do it, and you're wanting to try it yourself or whatnot. But anyway, we're gonna just try this breaker right here and see what happens. You want to get after it, son? Is there any way I can get you something to hold that up?
My shoulder.
Okay. Alright guys, once he gets it opened up, I'll get some video. Okay, also the guys, they doubled up on one of the 20s up here. That's not our breaker. Ours is down here. But they did double up on one of the breakers there. So, I don't know why they just didn't put another breaker there. I don't know what it's for. But anyway, we're not going to worry about it. We're going to just take care of this one right here. And then I'll see if they want to run a new circuit, if it's still an issue. And over here, we could probably put another breaker up here for that one, right, Vinny? So it's both 12 gauge wire, so it'd be another 20 up there, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so maybe we'll correct that problem as well. One?
It's a side panel, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to screw with that because we may not get that back on. Okay, so go ahead and get this one out, Vinny, and I'll go get you another 20.
Oh, I know why they did.
All right, guys, he's going to get that push-o-matic out. Is it screw off?
Yeah.
What you could do sometimes is you can loosen up the screw.
It's out. Screws out.
No, I meant you can loosen up the screw on the other side. And that'll give it some room to wiggle. Maybe I can hold that in right here with your screwed thermal. Watch. Go ahead. I hate push-o-matics.
Alright, I'm gonna do what you're saying.
Okay, what I would do is loosen that guy up just a half a turn.
On.
That one right there. Okay, Vinny, loosen that up about a quarter of a turn on this side.
Okay.
On the other side. By loosening up this breaker, guys, it'll allow that one to wiggle, but not much. About a quarter turn. Okay, that's good. Now, by loosening up this one breaker here, guys, this one will wiggle a little bit better. See how it just... See, that's called experience, Vinny. Doing enough of these. Let me get a picture of that. Leave some of that wire available, Vinny, so we can pull an amp on it, meter on it after we're done. Don't fold it all away. So now, guys, because he's got that one loose a little bit, it'll also help this part go in. But it's got to go in an angle-ish way.
Think it's in?
I could check it. Leave it right there.
Let me check in between.
Here, Al, can you handle this phone?
I think it's in.
Well, I want to make sure.
Okay.
There. That way. You haven't done any of these push-o-matics.
But they don't look as flush.
No, but that's because they're not
Newer.
exactly the same. But see, as long as it eats up, see how it's touching the metal.
Yeah.
This may not be flush right here, but the back part's flush.
Yeah.
You
So
get
it's
it?
good?
Yeah.
Alright, let me
So
see it in.
now, let me have the Phillips.
Good job.
I want to just start that. Okay, see now all that is good to go.
Let me tighten up the other side now.
Yeah, tighten up the other side. See, guys, whenever you're doing this, if you notice it was hard to get out until he loosened this side, but you don't loosen it. You just give it like a quarter turn. Just get a little play in the screw, then this one becomes more pliable. Then once you get this one in, it also helps because you got to remember, in order for this to go into those two prongs, see these holes here? Those two prongs have to go in there. And if this one is solid tight right here, then what happens is when you try to push it in, and because it shares the holes right above it, then it's hard to push this one over if it's solid. So if you loosen that up, this will come out easy and it'll go in easier as well. And then you tighten them both up. So let's go ahead and get the wire on here, and then I'm going to have her light up the kitchen to whatever she normally does, and we're going to get an amp reading on that, okay? So you want to get video of that, Al? I'm going to... Where's the breaker at? I'm going to show her we replaced it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You want a tray size, Vinny?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That way, if it doesn't work out for you, I've already done wire. No, I wanted you to leave that wire out. Remember, I want to pull an amp on it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead and set up your amp meter, and then did you put the power on?
No.
Okay, go ahead and set up
my
your amp
amp
meter. Set that up, and then once you got it up, I'll fire everything up, and you guys kind of get a reading from there.
Okay.
I'm just curious. How much
Here's my
it's
amp
pulling.
meter. Done.
Alrighty, can you turn on?
3.44. It's cold.
Yeah, you need to get a jacket, baby.
13.
13.3.
16. That's where. Oh. 26.
Okay, everything's on, Vinny.
26.4.
How much?
26.4.
20 what?
26.4.
Wow.
So you were at 16 right before that last whatever. What was
Okay.
that last thing you just turned
Okay.
on?
Take a picture of that.
Oh, I hear it.
Let me bring her out.
You hear that?
Ma'am,
Matters?
can I show you something real quick?
Oh, it's
Would you
buzzing.
like to come out? I just want to show you. These are 20 amp breakers with everything on you.
You hear that?
Way over. Way
And that's-
over.
yeah.
You're only supposed to go 18 amps on a 20 short. Look here, she's full. That way she knows.
Okay.
So you're way over. So it's going to be impossible for that breaker to keep up, especially when it gets cold.
Yeah.
So with that being said, get some pictures of that,
I did.
Alicia, so I can justify a new circuit. That, that way. So for now, just keep in mind what you got going and why.
What was the last thing you just turned on?
The microwave and the toaster.
No, the toaster.
Turn off the toaster?
Was it the oven?
No, the oven.
Okay. Turn that one off. Okay, it's off.
Yeah.
Now you're at 17.
Okay, you're at 17 with that off. And rule of thumb is
So you remember I said you were like 16, 17 with that last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching it climb.
we'll see how it goes. Alright, guys, that's about it. So,
So with that toaster oven, you just
yeah, the toaster
jack it,
oven.
yeah, even crazy.
All right, so I told her she can't be doing all those, but it's not her fault. It's the fault of the people that ran that circuit for the microwave.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They grabbed it onto the other. So anyway, can we close that video out for a minute? I want to do one video for don't put that away yet.
No, okay,
I want to do one for Oliver. So
Okay.
Alicia and hey Oliver, I just want you to see whoever ran that circuit for your microwave should have got a brand new circuit right here and ran it through the attic to your microwave because you got plenty of room, but they ran it on an existing one. We changed that out, but look, you're pulling 25 amps with normal operation in the kitchen with the microwave on. So basically, if this breaker works for her for a while, which it probably will because it's new, but when it gets older it's going to start tripping again. What we need to do is put a new breaker here, run it up into the attic over to our microwave and bring it down, and then you'll have your own dedicated 20 amp circuit for your microwave as required, because that's microwaves are supposed to have a dedicated circuit, and it would be right here. You got 4 open holes, and look, somebody doubled up over here. They put 2 wires. They should have put another breaker right here and brought that wire up. But the reason why is in 25 years ago they changed your main. This should be at least a 60 amp main, and they put a 30 amp main in there. They did that 25 years ago. See the date? So if anything, one day we can bring this up to about a 50 or 60 amp breaker, add another breaker for that doubled up wire right there, and put one for the circuit if you get any more problems. Okay guys, even though we fixed the blinds, there's some that are really bad shape, and it was just to hold her over to give her some privacy. So they're taking measurements of all the blinds. That way, when they start to come down again, we'll be able to just go buy them and bring them here and get it done. It saves time. This is the biggest one, guys, but they put 2 small ones instead of 1. But if I order it, I would try to get 1 long one at the apartment supply place. They have real long ones at the apartment supply. All right, guys, we're gonna get this and go from there.
106.
Yeah, you can get those at 106. You can get at you can get 109 at apartment. What's the name of the place? Orco Apartment Supply. All right, guys, we're done here, man. Everything's all done. We're gonna pack up. Then he's got some returns to do at Home Depot. And then he's got to walk through at a vacancy, make his vacancy list. Me, I get to go home a little bit early today. Let him go do all that himself. All right. All right, guys, we're out of here. This job started on Saturday night. And ended on Tuesday, midday. It's gonna be a big invoice. A really big invoice. With the gas leak, the drywall, the cabinetry, the stucco, the electrical that we did. Check out that pipe somewhere around 4,500 or something. I don't know. I have to do the numbers. That might be about where it's going to land with everything. But there wasn't all that much materials. But anyway, well, we're done. Vinny's going to go do his returns so I can get this thing invoiced. And then he's going to go out of vacancy and do a vacancy walkthrough on his own. It's about time. And that's about it, guys. All right, well, we'll talk to you later. See you down the road.